Welcome to the Rotary Club of Cincinnati. Can you tell something special about this space? It has absolutely been an honor of a lifetime to be the president of this club. I told myself I was not going to get upset or emotional, but it's a bittersweet day, because as you know, I love this club, and I love being the leader of it. And so it is really, as much as it's a phenomenal lift off my shoulders, it's a bittersweet day for me, but I am so grateful for my president-elect, who's about to become the president. He is a phenomenal leader in this community, and I am so grateful that I'm turning the gavel over to him today. So, let's begin our meeting as we always do with the national anthem, led by Janet Metzler, Walter Mitchell, and Bob Rainstander. Will you please lead us in the invocation and four-way test?
It is my honor, President Doug. May we pray. Creator and sustainer of all, on this particular day, the changing of the guard, we send blessings to Doug, who has served in the capacity of president for the past year, and blessings to Eric, who will serve the coming year, and all those who have given service in this club. We ask that you continue to guide and bring wisdom to our club leaders and our actions. Grant that each of us may feel our responsibility to Rotary, our community, our country, and all nations and people. Amen. Now for the four-way test. Is it the truth? Is it fair for all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thank you.
You may be seated, and Bill Stilley, our Sergeant at Arms, please introduce us to, is it still one? Our one guest and visiting Rotarian.
Good afternoon and welcome to Rotary Club 17, the 17th oldest Rotary Club in the known universe. And that's pretty good when you think there are 42,000 clubs and 530 districts. And you're at Club 17. It's one of the big clubs, quite frankly, the best. And what a great day to be here at the changing of the guard. We have one guest who is, quite frankly, a very special guest. If we would stand up, Dottie Mead, our incoming district governor.
Thank you for being here, Dottie. Dottie's installation is tonight, so big day for you as well. Our meeting sponsor today is the World Affairs Committee Ghana Schools Project. Tony and Bahar Autry, please come forward.
This includes donations for lunch programs, building repairs, sports equipment, uniforms, and medical supplies. In 2018, we partnered with the Rotary Club Foundation, expanding the Ghana Schools Project into a flagship initiative recognized by the World Affairs Committee. This collaboration has increased the impact across Ghanaian schools, hospitals, and clinics. Over the years, the project has achieved significant milestones thanks to your support, such as donating over 15,000 textbooks, making repairs, and donating thousands of desks, distributing 25,000 pairs of sunglasses and hundreds of eyeglasses, and providing substantial medical supplies. In recognition of these achievements, Rotary Club number 17 awarded us 2 merit awards. However, there is still significant work that needs to be done, and your support is needed. Ghana Schools and Hospitals, as emphasized by Josephine, a teacher who points out ongoing needs critical for enhancing student learning. And before we start that, I want to say, if you see anyone with these beautiful masks on that were made in Ghana, my husband just brought them back last week, feel free to ask them questions, or if you're interested in making a donation or purchasing tickets for our fundraiser in September. Please.
My name is Annie, a teacher at the Chapel Methodist Library. Teachers here, we have tried our best to stop learning and teaching, but as school needs everything that we are needing with Rotary Club to come to our aid. We are pleading with you to come and paint our school for us. Also, we need you to bring us services. And also, we need tables and chairs for both learners and also for the teachers. Thank you.
Thank you, Bafor and Tony. We greatly appreciate your vision and leadership in this World Affairs Committee. All right, so typically our membership czar would come up and present some awards for members who have brought in the most members. But because he's one of those award winners, I'm going to hand out the awards. So, Kelly Mahan, Dan Long, Steve King, and our membership czar, Michael Schatzman, would you please come forward? Come on up. All right, so for sponsoring 3 new members, a pink hat, pink Rotary hat goes to Kelly Mahan. For sponsoring 2 new members, a blue hat goes to Steve King. And for sponsoring 13 new members, a Paul Paris Fellow pin and Rotary tie goes to Schatzman. to submit nominations for our board officers and board positions. So if you have not done so yet, please do so. Nominate someone you know, or nominate yourself for our 3 board positions, as well as president nominee for 2025-2026, as well as treasurer. All of these nominations, again, need to be made by Monday, July 1. You can find the link to do so in the Rotary e-raise. And I will be chairing the nominating committee, which meets July 10th. So it's really, really critical that you meet that first deadline. Secondly, July 10th is the deadline for ordering tickets for our district's gathering at the Dayton Dragons on August 10th. That's a Saturday night, 7 o'clock game. This is a district-wide event, but the deadline for ordering those tickets is July 10th. So make sure that you remember that. And then finally, July 11th is actually our next meeting date on Thursday. So no meeting next week, but July 11th is our next meeting date. But that evening, we are having our next happy hour, and it's being held from 5 to 7 p.m. at the High Grain Brentwood Brew Pub on Whitten Road. All right. One last announcement, which is split the pot. So get out your tickets. Today's pot is $145, and the accumulating pot is now up to $2,823. Eric, did you buy tickets? Okay. Donnie, did you buy tickets? Ticket number is 555432. 555432. Brand new member. All right, there's 5 cards. 5 cards. Can you pick 4 cards? There are 4 cards. Can you pick the Queen of Hearts in the $2,823 pot? Let's give a warm Rotary welcome to the Rotary Chorus. songs, I feel like I should just wear my sunglasses through the rest of this meeting. I'm leaving on jet plane and sha-la-la-la. So that was awesome, Rotary Chorus. Thank you so much. Real quickly, we'd like to say some thanks to a number of people. These are our committee chairs. This club could not operate without our committee chairs leading. So all of our committee chairs, will you please stand and let us say thank you very, very much to everything that we did this year. Some really good club work. And this, our board members, will you please stand?
Dinner, and so the other board members have already received this token of my appreciation. As all of you know, this year's theme was Create Hope in the World. As all of you know, this year's theme was Create Hope in the World. The way that I create hope in my world is to look at the pictures of my family and friends and Rotary, and this digital frame that each of our board members received hopefully will help them continue to create great hope in this world in their own work. Thank you again, board members. I relied upon you more than any past president in this club has relied on its board to get things done. And I am so grateful to each of you for stepping up and doing the work of Rotary. So these folks are leading our board. Kelly, Molly, Tony, Steve, Jim, and Wes. And this group, please stand and let us give you a warm round of applause. 30 years of service to this club and this board. So appreciate you, and of course Jim couldn't be here today, celebrated his birthday yesterday. Why would he not want to be at this meeting, not out celebrating his birthday somewhere? But thank you, Jim, in absentia for your work at the Rotary Foundation. All right. I'd like to give some very special Rotarians a few awards. And this first person, Stephanie Shear, not only chaired our music committee, but also chaired our social media committee. And as I think most of you know, we have blown up this city with our social media, with Instagram, with LinkedIn, with Facebook. If you don't know about the Rotary Club of Cincinnati now, well, either you're not on one of those platforms, or maybe you don't exist, I don't know. But we have so much to be thankful for Stephanie leading the team to put in place the architecture, the hard work, the videos that were created. Let's give Stephanie a big round of applause. They're right in front of me. Super involved Rotarians are also super involved in business, and that's what makes this club so special. So I'd like to recognize Mario Dominguez for being a super involved Rotarian. Mario and his family Mario and his family stepped up for our Rotary Youth Exchange. Not only making sure that we had all the paperwork in place, lots of Rotary International regulations and restrictions, and Mario worked overtime to be able to bring that program to Cincinnati, and then ended up being the host for our Rotary Youth Cure Meet, and is just created a great environment for her. So let's give him another big round of applause. All right, our next super involved Rotarian attended every single hands-on service event that the Rotary Club of Cincinnati had in this past year. He stepped in and was a leader of the hands-on service committee, and as we continue our videotaping of our meetings, and our regular videographer took some time off, he stepped in to be our videographer. So Ed DeVoy, thank you so much. Our next super involved Rotarian, it's hard when you have 14 board members, and you really don't want to pick one of them, but I did this one because he was just always there. No matter what I needed, he stepped up and did it. So not only led a great group of committees, but also with some challenges with his committees, found new leaders of those committees. So let's give a big round of applause to super involved Rotarian Bill Stewart. All right, our next recipient of an award is the Jack Berger Spirit of Rotary Award. Many of you know Jack Berger and his spirit and his never say no attitude. And this award probably in the future is going to be renamed for this Rotarian because he has set the bar high for presidents of this club. Before his term was over as president, we had a speaker, Hamilton County Sheriff, who said, I need 100 AEDs in my cruisers, and I need them now. And so just as his term was ending, he put together a committee, started meeting with that committee on a weekly basis, every single Monday morning at 7:30. He coalesced leaders in our community, everybody from the major hospital systems to equipment providers, to others who were critical to be able to help us, and was so successful in that initiative that it was able to fund those 100 AEDs through an amazing fundraising initiative that brought the Rotary Club of Cincinnati an incredible amount of publicity and recognition. He did this without much fanfare. He stayed behind the scenes, let the Christ Hospitals and the UCs and the Tri-Healths and all of those kind of take front and center, but it was Steve's planning for the Rotary Club of Cincinnati that really made it work. And then if that was not enough, not finished enough with getting Hamilton County sheriffs, he's now expanded that effort in a second phase, getting AEDs into other police cruisers. And now, if that wasn't enough in Hamilton County, he's now crossed the river with some additional help, getting other police agencies in the tri-state, in particular northern Kentucky, and other parts of the tri-state. So let's give a warm thank you and healthy recognition for the Jack Berger Spirit of Rotary Award winner.
Saving lives in Cincinnati. Thank you.
So these two folks you see every single day, they answer your questions every single day, they answer your emails every single day. They have the spirit of Rotary in their hearts. Let's give a very gratefully appreciated round of applause to Sarah Pattison and Christy Shushek. So welcome new board members, Chelsea Jansen, Nancy Hand, Lori Leonard, and Bob Branstead are looking forward to serving with you as the past president. And we had 4 Rotarians who left us in this past year. Some great Rotarians, and we will miss them. But in particular, each one of these, Dick, Ken, Don, and Tom, I know through my journey in Rotary and in this community, they're just pillars, and so grateful to have them with us. Finally, just thank you, Club 17. You've created hope in my world, and I am so grateful to again serve, have served as your president, and this has just been again an honor of a lifetime. So thank you. These are the folks that are the wings under my feet. Grandson Lincoln and my daughter Marion and wife Kateri. And I didn't give Sarah new photos of our 8-month-old granddaughter, but she's just adorable. So you don't need photos to understand that. All right. So Eric, if you would make your way to the podium. And Eric was where he needed to be during our board dinner. taking care of his ill mom. So did not get a chance to give him this token of my appreciation at our board dinner. So here's the first of many things that I'll be passing your way. Let's see if I can make sure that I pull the right pin. I think in some years past, the past president got the president's pin, and the president got the past president's pin, and vice versa. So I'm trying to figure out which one's which, and I can't see. So here's the president's pin. Right? Awesome. Exactly. So Eric, Rotary Courts did a phenomenal job of essentially introducing Eric, our speaker today. But as you all know, got his start in Gainesville, Florida. Like me, very, very eerie. Both of us received our Eagle Scout rank at the age of 15, which is kind of unheard of. He was an overachiever in high school, heading up the Key Club in his high school, and then as Rotary Courts talked about, his life changed when the Gainesville Rotary Club named him a participant in its Rotary Youth Exchange, and he was able to go to France. His parents, in his leadership before that, really prepared him for that life-changing moment. But we, the Rotary Club of Cincinnati, are a beneficiary of that vision of his parents and the vision of the Gainesville Club to send him on that exchange, because he then became hooked on Rotary. So throughout his journey in the financial services industry, over 20 plus years, beginning as a financial analyst in the rugged New York City, and then coming to Cincinnati with PNC Bank as a portfolio manager, and now working his way up as the Chief Investment Officer at a fast-growing Cincinnati advisory firm journey. We are so grateful to have him as our next leader, our next chief, and he's going to do a great job. And let's give him a warm welcome.
And Doug was spot on. His two main things he was trying to achieve this year was one, elevate the presidency to more strategic planning and let the board do their work, which you have achieved 100%, and also to create more transparency in everything that Rotary does. And part of the role of the next several years will be continuing that process that you laid this past year. So thank you, Doug. I want to also thank Steve King. When I first started getting acclimated to the current role, it was Melinda Kelly and Steve King and Doug Westbotto that were really the leaders leading me on to where we need to take Rotary. And a little bit later I'll share the G5, which was referenced in the song. So we're very excited about that G5. It's not a plane, but it's something as exciting as we'll see in Rotary. So if I could also have Melinda Kelly and Steve King stand and let's recognize their great work over the years. We have some hardware. As a small token of our appreciation of your great work to this club, we have a present here that represents our belief as you being a great leader of our club, and it's something that you can put on your mantle and remember us when you become the vice president role. We have a small token from the club, and I think it's you that said, don't spend this all in one place, if I remember correctly. But it's a small token for to take you and the family out for dinner or vacation in the future. We also, as a token of appreciation for all spouses of presidents, because it's truly a family affair, and without the better half, my better half is here today, we could not be here. And we, as a token of appreciation to your wife, we have honored her with a Paul Harris Fellow, with a pin and a donation to the foundation to end polio now in her honor, and we really appreciate all that she does to lift you up. And then we also have the past president, each other back. So if I can have everyone stand for Journey Advisory Group, I'd really appreciate that. So we've heard a lot about, and what I want to go into now is really G5, and I wanted to do this for a while because this is, I want to move around a little bit, have some energy. So G5 is it's basically the first time that we've had a strategic plan that has gone more than 1 year. So historically, each president kind of has a 1-year plan. We sat down with the board, we sat down with the executive team, and we've come up with G5, which G stands for growth, and 5 over the next 5 years. And what I've today's kind of got through the abridged version of G5, because otherwise we could be here for another hour. But if it's already been vetted by the board is on top of this, and we're going to start July 1 of the next year. The past presidents are on board, and looking forward to you all being on board for the introduction of our growth initiative for the next 5 years. What's unique about this, as I said, is this is going to be the buy-ins from multiple boards, multiple presidents. We already have Lisa on board. If I could recognize Lisa, who's actually officially the president-elect now. And just as a plug, as Doug, you have a few more days to get your nominations in for the board and officer level positions. The board members and officer levels positions are going to be, the really focus is to see, scrutiny is going to be around the growth of this club, because we're going to turn this club around as far as growth. That's the goal for the next 5 years. So what is G5? It's the growth of membership and foundation. You see to the right where there's a bridge. We are on one side of the bridge right now, and the goal is to get on the other side. There's great things on the other side of that bridge. We know there's a lot of work that needs to be done, but our goal is to get to the other side, and we know that it's going to be a much better club on the other side of that. We have put this current structure in place. We're going to have a membership growth retention team, which is already in place. We meet monthly now. Michael Schatzman is the czar of the membership chair. We have Doug Bolton, with my help, is the lead of corporate. Doug and I met yesterday to go through all of the target companies that we're going to focus on. Over 40, Chuck Martz, and YP's is Dan Spittle. Membership retention is Dan Long. And we have an associates program we're still launching July 1st, which allows a person who's really wavering of where they want, if they want to join right now, allows them to still stay engaged for a limited cost. More to come on that. But if you could, if anyone in the room could stand up who's on this committee so to be recognized, and thank you for all your great work that's going to happen in the future. If you could stand up. So, one other factor that Doug started was actually about efficiency and transparency. This came out of our board retreat, where it was really important to reduce the number of committees. So, believe it or not, at the record high, we had 60 committees. We have already reduced those and combined many of those activities. We're also going to deliver one Rotary between the corporate new members and youth services delivery, and we're going to focus on bringing more technology to our club. Transparency comes in KPIs. I'm from the business world. This is how we run our firm. We look at data and see how we can improve where we work. And we're bringing that business mentality to our club. So the board will be tracking the data monthly. We're going to create role definition. We're going to have committee leaders meetings 4 times a year, so we get more committee dialogue. We're going to bring back the Rotary Committee Fair, which is going to start in the new year. Club assemblies twice a year. And then for each club member, we're going to have a talent inventory survey. There's so much talent in this room and in the other 200 members that are not here. We need to catalog where the expertise is and pull from that expertise into our activities in the future. And then we're going to have more discovery around what is involved in becoming a board member, a president, even a committee chair in the future. So those are some of the activities we'll be doing. New initiatives, we have already committed, the board has to allocate activities towards upgrading our marketing materials, associates program. We are also going to launch a Rotary program or a Rotary program at Mount St. Joe, environmental program at St. Ursula Academy, and then the last two are focus on mental health within the Cincinnati community, and then the club fundraiser to raise money in the fourth quarter of this year for the club. So there's a lot of activities that are going to be going on each year, and our main goal is G5, which is to grow the club, and we're trying to grow the club net 12 each year for the next 5 years. So that would be 60 net new members, which would be a record increase. Thanks to Doug's work and all the boards, we are very close to break-even growth this year, but our goal is to generate plus 12, and retention is as key as new membership. So a lot there, but I want to finish as you probably saw, the change in the Magic Rotary, which is the upcoming year. And the focus here is each one of you have gifts and talents that we need to bring to bear. Each one of you are magicians in your own right, whether that be in your family work or in Rotary. The key is to bring that out to Rotary in the next year. We're excited about the challenge. We want you to get engaged. We're excited, and we hope you are too. So go G5 and go Rotary Club of Cincinnati. And welcome. As far as meetings today, we have the Board Affairs Committee meeting right after this meeting in the first floor. And just a reminder, we do not have a club meeting next Thursday, so enjoy the July 4th. But July 11th, we have Thane Maynard, and I've been told that he's bringing animals. So if you have little ones, grandkids, and you want to see animals, please bring them along to the meeting. July 18th, we have Sean Miller, the coach of the Xavier basketball coach, and we've already got a lot of interest in that. We're going to bring back Brad Winstrip, and we have many other guests that Sarah's scheduling now. So we're excited for the new calendar, and look forward to starting the new Rotary year. So at this time, I want to thank you, and